It's been another massive week in the world of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Sim Update 9 is traveling quite nicely, and it's also had a new build from the beta testers, and we've got all the highlights on that one, including this week's latest announcements, release news. So let's jump into the video. Welcome to another Microsoft Flight Simulator update video. This is where we take a look at all the Flight Sim news and development in one weekly video. Before we jump into this week's video, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the supporters and subscribers of the Oz Flight Sim channel. But just to let you know, there is 73% of people that do watch the channel that aren't subscribed. So if that's one of you, it's really much appreciated. Hit that subscribe button, and that way we can let you know when our next video goes live. With that being said, let's jump into this week's previews. Kicking off the first preview or announcement this week goes to the team over at Bluebird Simulations and Just Flight. This week they showcased new screenshots about their current in development 757 Boeing aircraft. The project was announced a little while back, but we haven't seen too much information until now. Bluebird mentioned that the exterior modeling is about 50 to 60% complete, and textures are around about 20 to 30% complete. No word at this stage of what systems are going to be included in the aircraft for the moment, but the aircraft is only in the early stages, and we shouldn't expect to see it released until sometime in 2023. Just Flight did mention that they have an in-depth development update on the 757 soon, so we'll look out for that, and of course we'll keep you posted. Moving on to PM and DG. Last week we just missed the video as they did an announcement which included a development update for the current 737-700 aircraft. Most of the information that was given in the update we already knew, but there was a few new bits and bobs. The 700 variant, which we do know will be released first, and every other variant will release around about 6 weeks after that. So the 700 for launch, followed by the 600, then the 800, then the 900. This means that we won't see the popular or the iconic 800 that people are very much looking forward to for about 3 months after the initial launch of the 700. Each variant will be a standalone purchase, so maybe expensive if you want to get the whole fleet, or cheaper for you if you just want to pick up your favorite variant of the aircraft. As far as we know, the cost will be under 99 USD, but there's nothing been confirmed, only hints and sort of speculations at this point in time, but things may change. The team this week will be discussing a release date, so we should hear that very, very soon, maybe this week or next week, but of course we'll keep you posted. Moving over to Aerosoft, this week released an official trailer of their next airport, which is Brussels Airport. From the video, Brussels looks extremely detailed with modeled internals of the terminal and custom jetways, custom scattered objects around the apron and the airport. There's no feature list available yet, but from the video I think it speaks for itself. It looks to be a very highly detailed version of Brussels. No release date yet or price at this stage, but we do expect to see soon if these guys are actually got a trailer video out. It should be released soon. Moving over to this week's releases, and the first one goes to team at Nemeth Designs. This week releases its new aircraft, which is the Marquetti S205. This is the third aircraft from the team for Microsoft Flight Simulator, followed by the Airlight and the Yak 148T. The S205 is an Italian-built, I should say, 4-seater low-wing monoplane. It looks very similar to a Piper PA-28 in my opinion. Nemeth Designs brings a detailed 3D model with high-resolution textures, and the team states that the flight model is realistic, and they aim for simmers to expect a realistic operation of the aircraft, which has been based around real-life pilot manuals. Other features include 4K textures, 12 liveries, 3D high-definition sound pack, and you can pick up your copy of the Nemeth Designs Marquetti S205 directly from their store. I'll leave a link in the description below. In another aircraft release for the week goes the team at SimWorks Studios, releasing the Vans RV14 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. The team did collaborate with the aircraft manufacturers, the same as what they did with their previous and well-received project, which was the Kodiak 100. So we're expecting to see the RV14 to be a very similar high-detailed as the Kodiak. The package includes both the tri-gear and the tail dragger version of the aircraft. The sounds have been recorded directly from the real aircraft itself, and it has an accurate flight model, has been tested by real-world RV14 pilots. Other features include an accurate 3D model, 6 liveries, flutter animations of the prop wash, Microsoft rain and icing effects will be compatible. It is fully compatible with the GTN 750 integration with the PMSS 55. You can pick up your copy of the SimWorks Studios Vans RV14 directly from the SimWorks Studios. I'll leave a link in the description below. And another aircraft release for the week, which is awesome. This one goes to the team over at BR Sim Designs, releasing the Aircoupe 15 Charlie. This iconic aircraft was designed in the 1930s and didn't enter full commercial market until World War II in 1946. 4,300 of these aircraft were produced in that year alone, which is insane. The Eurocop was marketed as the world's safest plane, and this was due to its very limited stall and spin characteristics. The Eurocoupe did not have any rudder pedals and only could be controlled by its wheel, which was made very interesting for crosswind landings, I believe. BR Sims Designs have made good use of the little iconic features of the aircraft and featured them in this re-edition in the sim. Features include 6 liveries, 8K PBR textures, 4 cockpit panels and covers, high quality 3D model and animations, tail and aileron vibrations, flight model with limited stalls and spins capabilities, many more features including, and you can pick up your copy of the BR Sim Designs Eurocoupe 45 Charlie directly from the Sim Market store. Of course, a link in the description below. Moving over to airport releases this time, and this one goes to Mako Simulations, releasing Cancun International Airport. So hopefully I said the developer's name correctly. This area is frequently visited by passengers from Canada, US and Europe, soaking up all the local weather and beach activities. The airport is visited by many large airlines such as KLM, BA, Condor, JetBlue and Air Canada, and it can be a very busy airport. The team have been working on this project for the past 10 months and have come up with a very large feature list and high detailed airport. Some of the features include a fully customized jetways, PBR materials throughout the area with 4K textures, 8 layers of ground textures, interior modeling, custom lighting across the apron, custom static vehicles, custom taxiway signs, just to mention a few. You can pick up your copy of the Mako Simulations Cancun directly from their website. I'll leave a link in the description below. Moving over to this week's Sim Update news, and Sim Update 9 is due to be released in a couple of weeks. The testing program is open to everyone who would like to get involved, and this week the Sober team released a new version of the beta. Here's some of the highlights. A version now, which will be 1.25.7.0, has had 15 plus general bug fixes added, ranging from missing legs in bush trips to autopilot behaviors which have been added. Water transitions of water on the coastline in certain areas have been improved. Fix various elevation data issues across the globe. The F18 in the last build had many updates done to it, and this week we've seen a few added extra updates such as seatbelt textures, fixed fuel system issues, tweaked the wingtip vortices, and vapor cone effect should be now triggered when reaching Mach 1 below 30 degrees Celsius. The Cessna 172 G1000, we've had a bunch of updates with the new prop effects added, and in this update we've seen more tweaking and adjustments. It's really great to see that Sim Update 9 is coming along, and there's more updates improved, and they've been updated before the release to the masses as the Sim community. No real new additions to the development roadmap or the feedback snapshot, but I did miss this last week, which is now moved to number 1 on the wish list snapshot, which is the implementation of weather, terrain and API, and WASM modules will soon have access to data, and the team will evaluate on how to provide that data through a JavaScript, which means that soon developers may have access to data for weather radar and other inventions that they come up with being able to use this data. So the sim seems to be opening up a little bit to third-party providers, which is very good to see. Since the 4th of April, we have seen 10 new airports released on various flight sim stores around the globe, 4 new aircraft, 10 new sceneries, and no mission packs. On the marketplace this week, we have seen 35 new products. 15 of those are on PC and 20 of those are on Xbox, which is awesome to see. The big ticket item this week is the Concorde from DC Designs is now released on the marketplace. OS, and it's available for Xbox and PC. Other releases have been a bunch of livery packs for the A320, which we seem to see every second week, and also a bunch of airports and sceneries. If you got this far in the video, thank you very much. It is much appreciated and always helps. If you enjoyed the video, please leave a comment below of what you liked in the video, and if you are part of the 73% of subscribers that aren't subscribed to Oz Flight Sim channel, please hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated and it really helps us out, and if you've been supporting their channel for a long time, thank you very much. You guys are a bunch of aviation legends. I'm going to leave you with one of our other Microsoft Flight Simulator videos here. Why don't you check that one out, and I'll see you over there.